Welcome to On the Teach number 14. This is going to be another breakaway issue. I'm going to give a commencement address. So, thank you for that kind introduction. I wish to thank the faculty and staff assembled, the parents most especially, but address myself to those who the day belongs to, the graduate. One of the very first graduation ceremonies that I remember going to was for one of my older brothers who was graduating high school. And the commanding general of the entire division came down to give the commencement address for Fort Campbell, Kentucky's military dependents. And he told the story long ago of a people who lived in a beautiful valley. It was green, it was fertile, it gave them everything they needed. But there was one thing that they wanted that it did not give them, and that was a view of the rising sun. And they said, well, you know what the problem is? The problem is this dam over here, which we haven't used in years and years. We should tear that down, and then we will have a proper view of the rising sun. And so they did. The young people set about tearing down the dam. And lo, it came to pass that when the spring floods came that year, they were unusually large, and the dam that had held them back many times before was no longer there, and the entire people were washed away. So be careful, graduates, he said. Do not tear down the institutions of today, lest ye be swept aside by the torrent that comes tomorrow. And I remember sitting there and I was being 12 and going, oh, that's bullshit. Apparently you can say that now at commencement addresses. And for 12, I remember thinking, why didn't they just move up to a higher plane? Which is pretty good for a 12-year-old. And I wanted to rush the stage and say, stop, stop, stop. I know of another civilization that stayed underneath their dam far too long. The spring torrents had long since turned away and gone another direction. They'd keep patching and patching this old dam we didn't even need anymore and spending all of our time and resources on it till it got so huge and crumbly and unwieldy that it actually collapsed down upon them. And then there was a third civilization that had what they needed and decided that a view of the rising sun was something that they truly wanted. They had memories because they had listened of the spring torrents. They left the dam in place. They left the fields in place. They left those who weren't really all that into the rising sun in place. And they moved to a higher plane. It was rockier, higher. The Appalachian hillbillies would say, the Lord tests us because we're closer to Him. And so the weather can be tough upon those peaks. But the view of the rising and setting sun is unparalleled. You need the valleys. That's where your food comes from. You need the peaks. That's where your vision comes from. You need the dam if the spring torrents are still coming. You've got to be the right kind of dam for the right kind of torrent. Or your dam can be a damn torrent. Best of luck to you all. Congratulations.